Gave him the old Swedish slack.
yeah. Give him the old Swedish slack. Welcome to Church Jams Now, the podcast where three former youth group kids and current music nerds deep dive into Christian music from the 90s and 2000s. I, of course, am your co-host, Kylan Savage. With me, as always, is Mr. TJ Smith. Okay, I thought you froze again, and I got really upset. I was like,
I was like, oh, this is what
it.
Yep,
but then you know
sorry,
what?
I know that bit's pitiful. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But here's what did it for me. I caught a glimpse of you moving a little bit in the video
right.
feed.
And I wasn't sleepwalking, so
Right.
you knew that something was afoot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I know it was cute. It was boring. But I loved it.
Yeah,
I did too.
Yeah.
And of course, hold on. I'm gonna think of something.
The
Josh.
silence has taken over Kylan as well.
Yeah.
Coming back to life himself, Mr. Worm, Josh Olson.
That's right. Kylan,
right.
you can hide it, but I caught a glimpse of your notes from the satellite episode, and I know your true feelings on how you feel about nu metal.
Oh yeah.
Josh,
don't
wait
wanna
till
talk
we get
about
to
it.
the endings for that.
Yep.
Don't play his hand too soon.
Yeah,
Or-
we'll see if
Okay. All right.
time will change my heart. Listening to new metal.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Gentlemen, we are talking about The Silence from, not American rock band, Swedish rock band,
Correct.
That is true.
Blindside.
Wow. Important distinction.
It is. The thing is, the American rock band bit kind of is just like falls off the tongue.
Yeah. Are
after
they the
some
only
points.
non-American band we've covered on the show?
I believe so, and I think we actually had this conversation last time we covered Blindside.
I don't know if you were full into your American rock band bit then.
Yes.
But you are now.
Yeah,
It
but
might be TJ. I don't know.
yeah, this is our second time covering Blindside.
It's
First
true.
time, of course, was the Great Depression.
It was. And that episode aired around the anniversary and also around TJ's birthday, which we were recording a day after TJ's birthday.
That's right. Is this now a new
This year.
tradition?
Yeah.
It is.
TJ's
be.
Blindside birthday.
Blindside birthday.
Blindside birthday. Well, I feel pretty blindsided by it, so that's
Yeah.
fitting.
Next
Life's been
year,
a little nuts, you guys.
Happens when
next
you get
year for your birthday,
Yeah.
we're both going to show up in Vancouver and throw you a Blindside themed birthday party.
And it will blindside me.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
that's fitting. I love that. I won't remember any of this.
I won't
so-
either. No, I
It'll work.
didn't even remember any of that other stuff except that I listened to a little bit of our Great Depression episode.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
Yeah. I had to do
Yeah,
a little bit of
I listened to a
research.
little bit of it too. A little
Aw.
while back.
It was
a good
fun.
episode.
It's like we were in like a sweet spot in the show. I feel like we were like
Yeah.
you guys are still on par, but I feel like I was better. And then I just
You were
like,
really at a high point. And
I really was, and I
gone
didn't
down
know
a little
it.
bit.
It was like the scene from The Office where Andy is like, you don't know
You're in
Like,
the good times.
you're in the
good-
good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you're in them. I know. I listened back. I was like, oh dang, I used to be like really good at this show. I don't know what happened.
Hey man, those good times can come back.
We'll see.
Let's bring them back right now.
We'll see. I don't know if this is the episode to do that on.
Well, not with that attitude.
Ooh. Bring back the good times, Kylan.
Okay, before we go any further, can we jump to my favorite part of the show, Josh's research corner?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What are we talking about this week, Josh?
Well, we're talking about not American rock band like you mentioned before, so astutely mentioned before, but Swedish rock band Blindside, who, may I remind you, we've covered, of course, on the show before, but they're from Stockholm, Sweden. Careers from 1994 to present. I believe they're gearing up for new record, it seems like, at the time
cool.
of recording, so which will be their first one in a long time. Members.
Yeah, they put out what? Just one single at the moment?
Yes, they have put out one single so
This
far.
year?
Yeah.
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 Have you all listened to
Recently.
it?
I don't think I have, actually.
Oh.
I heard like the first little bit and then got very distracted.
Fake
I'm
fans.
so
I'm
I gotta go back
soft
to it.
launching my tradition of not listening to singles before the record comes out again.
I saw
I'm-
you
I'm
talk about
soft
this
launching
online.
it.
Yeah,
So,
I like
yeah,
that. I like you're kind of
Yeah.
getting back to that because
I'm getting
that to
back
me
into
is
it.
like
Cool.
classic Josh Olson.
It is.
Because you were
respect
hardcore about
that.
that in
It
college.
was my wife. She broke me of it. I did it for
Yeah.
years until she was like, "Oh, have you heard this new Manchester single?" I was like, "Oh, well, I wasn't going to listen to it, but I guess we can listen to it together." So I was like, "Okay."
It's a good reason to
It
break
is
a
a good
habit.
reason.
That's
It is a
true.
good reason. Yeah, she's worth it. So,
Okay.
yep. But yeah, so they have a new album coming out soon. They've already released one single. Members for this record and for the entirety of the band, which I always love and applaud when that happens. So good on you, Blindside.
Seriously.
Yep.
Yeah. Swedish names incoming. So I might need some help. I believe Christian Lindskog is on lead vocals. Simon Grenahead on guitars and backing vocals.
No notes.
Thomas Naslund
Mm-hmm.
Naslund on
Sure.
bass guitar.
Yeah.
And Marcus Dahlstrom on drums. So
That sounds
Christian, Simus, Thomas, Marcus. Good
job.
Swedish boys.
The
Thanks.
Swedish
I love it.
boys.
The Swedish boys. We're talking about their record Silence, which was released August 20th of 2002, which this episode should be airing on its 23rd anniversary.
Nice.
It is Blindside's third LP. It was released on Elektra Records. It was produced by, these might be some you might recognize these names from our satellite episode last month, but we have producer Howard Benson and mixed by Chris Lord Alge.
Heard of
And we even have mastered by Ted Jensen again. So we really do have the
Oh, wow.
the Atlantic
The
Electra
Atlantic-
trio,
the Holy
Atlantic
Trinity.
the Atlantic Trinity,
The Electrinity. Electrinity?
Electrantic Trinity.
We should have a different sound effect for that
Wow.
when we do the tooth and nail trinity.
Definitely. This will come into play probably whenever we cover Flyleaf, maybe. I'm trying to think of other Howard Benson,
Yeah.
Chris Lord Alge collabs that we would cover. It debuted on Billboard 200 at number 83. I didn't find Billboard Christian, so I don't know if they released it to Christian markets or if it charted there. Runtime is 13 songs at 47 minutes and I almost said 47 seconds. 47 minutes and 10 seconds.
Ooh, I would have loved that.
Yeah. And that really wraps up my research. I normally talk about the artwork. I don't know if anyone has any thoughts on the artwork that they would like to discuss.
It's very 2000s.
It's fine.
It is very 2000s.
Yeah. I like that the S is sideways.
I
No,
do
I don't.
too.
I don't know why I said that. I don't.
You don't?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. From a design perspective, I actually hate it. I don't know.
It's like what the Talking Heads did with the upside down A's, but the S version of it.
Right. But it makes it look like the band is called
Blind Infinity Eyed.
Blind and Eyed. Like
Blind and Eyed.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. It's very. I'm trying to figure
They
out.
used that graphic for a while at
did.
like at their shows and stuff. So it's pretty like iconic in the Blindside
It's
fandom.
pretty typical what you would.
Yeah.
Typical but not pitiful. Maybe though.
I do like the kind of like penny tile kind of thing is interesting.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
know,
get
man.
the. I haven't really put it all together. The like weird building.
Is it like a
Like,
shack
I'm
or
kind of-
something?
I guess.
Yeah.
I've never really figured it out, and I don't. I still to this day don't understand it. So, there are any jammers out there that know?
I don't know if any of our listeners are
meaning.
Blindside fans, so I don't know if they'll be able to help you, TJ.
Oh man, I hope not.
Oh, okay.
Based on my thoughts on this album.
Oh,
no,
too bad.
Just kidding. Okay, I want to talk just very briefly about each of y'all's history with this album, because we've talked about our history in general with Blindside on our last episode. Talking about them, but yeah, what's your familiarity with this record?
Let's have the birthday boy go first.
Oh yeah,
The
happy
Blindside
birthday,
boy.
All right.
The BBB.
So I think I talked a little bit about this, the BBB, on our Great Depression.
Yeah, because
episode.
that was it a wish list record for you?
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. That and I think the Black Rose EP were the two.
Yep,
That's
Blindside
right. Yep.
works that are on my wish list. So we've covered one of those. That album was the biggest one of theirs for me. But I think if I'm not mistaken, I think what I mentioned was friend of the show and friend of mine and y'all's by proxy, John Cannon.
Strong John Cannon.
Long
Strong John Cannon was kind of the gateway into Blindside. He was big into them at the time that definitely I think at the time that About a Burning Fire came out. I don't know if he was into them when this record came out or not, but he definitely was a fan of this record by the time that I was listening to them because of him. And this one and About a Burning Fire were both sort of casual listens for me. I wasn't like super into Blindside at the time that About a Burning Fire had come out. It was kind of when the Great Depression came out that I was like fully on board. So
Right.
that record's the one that I'm more familiar with. Also, I have probably forgotten a lot of About a Burning Fire at this point and with Shivering Hearts We Wait, but those two albums are probably both more I'm more familiar with those than I am with this one.
Okay.
So like this is like one of the least familiar records for me
Right.
of their discography.
Okay.
But I know it, and like it was a part of the Blindside rotation back in the day. So
All right.
we'll see.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would just like to ask before I go, does John know that we refer to him as Strong John Cannon every time we talk about him on the show?
I'm not sure, but I'll see him tomorrow, so I'll tell him that.
Okay,
you can
please.
tell him. Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be thrilled.
And then report back. Let us know his reaction.
I will.
All right, Josh. Josh, what is your history with this album? This is like a big album, right? Like
This
within
is
the
a big album.
Blindside
Oh yeah, huge.
fandom. This is like
And that's why I feel a little weird, as like the resident Blindside fan between the three of us,
I know.
and this being like the one that I know the least. I feel a little like on the outs.
The biggest
like,
one. and
Right.
we're
I'm not
like,
going to be able to represent the fandom as well as I wish I could.
Yeah.
So I'll just put that disclaimer out there. Sorry, guys.
Okay. All right.
But we're still here to cover the record.
Still
right?
here to.
So,
Yeah, for me, this is another one that I also somehow got on my computer from someone. And so, like, I had the record when I was, like, in high school. And I listened to it a little bit. I was never a huge Blindside guy. My cousin Zach was a big Great Depression guy. A couple years
right.
later, got it. I found with Shivering Hearts We Wait, like brand new, like on sale for like $3 or whatever. And so I got that and listened to that. That's the one I've listened to the most. And then I would think maybe I've listened to Silence the second most of their records, but I also
okay.
listened to About a Burning Fire as well. A good amount.
think
So
they're,
it's
like,
probably
tied.
neck and neck with these.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty
Interesting.
familiar with like side A of this record. But
okay.
there's a lot of stuff that I didn't remember because I think I would listen to like a couple songs in the beginning and then kind of trail off.
Yeah.
So, but I'm mostly familiar with this record, but not entrenched in it.
Cool. I didn't know this record at all. I thought I did. I didn't.
Did
All right.
Did either of y'all ever watch the movie Grind?
Yes.
yeah.
Because they perform in that movie, right? Don't they
That's
perform
right.
Pitiful?
That's right.
Yep.
Yes.
I think it is pitiful. Yeah.
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 I was like, I had glimpses listening through this. I was like, oh yeah, I think I remember this. But like I said in our last episode, Blindside is just kind of a band that like missed me.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like me
It makes
and,
sense.
me
I'd
and
been
Blindside.
surprised if you were a big Blindside guy.
Yeah, we were like ships passing in the night. It was like so close. You know what I mean?
Passing in the mid-Atlantic in the night, you know, on their way over from
They're
Sweden.
over from Sweden. I'm moving over from South Florida, I guess, at the time when this came
Yeah.
out.
So close. Inches
Yeah,
away from
it
each
just
other.
like it barely missed my like kind of new metal phase, and then they kind of just barely missed me on my like metalcore, post-hardcore kind of phase. Like it didn't line up.
Which is
If I was,
interesting
like,
because like they did exist like in the same like ecosystem as so many bands that
right.
you were into
I mean,
at the time.
Honestly, I think if my timeline had been sped up by like a year and a half,
Slightly.
even,
Yeah, right.
I probably would be a huge Blindside fan. You know what I mean? Like, but everything they were doing when they released all the things that they released at those specific times, it just barely missed me.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. So, so TJ apologized for not representing the general Blindside fandom. I'll just go ahead and apologize
Just in general.
in general.
Just in
before we get
general.
into it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So flop or bop predictions.
I would have said a bop.
Okay.
Maybe not the most solid
Just
bops
like
for me, but probably just like
Straight up like a classic bop. Classic
Yeah.
CJN bop.
classic CJ and bop. You know.
Okay. TJ,
Yeah.
what about you?
Knowing that I like the Great Depression so much and can think of some standout tracks on the other albums that I mentioned being more familiar with, I think I would have had to give this like a pretty conservative, like soft bop prediction. What about you?
I think I probably would have predicted a soft flop. Because,
Gotcha.
once again, just a band that missed me. There's
That's fair.
something specifically
water.
about, like, very, like, early 2000s. Like before the whole, like, metalcore thing sort of solidified, I feel like there was a lot of... People were trying to figure out how to, like, come out of new metal. And everything I remember from the last record that we covered, I would feel pretty confident that they were probably entrenched in that. So yeah, I think just a classic CJN flop for me.
Wow. Well, we'll find out.
We will after this break.
Yep.
We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we will get the party started with 2002's "The Silence" by Swedish rock band
It's just silence.
Silence.
It's just
oh,
silence.
sorry. Oh, let me take that again. Wow. See, this is why I preemptively apologized.
It's good. It's good that you did that.
Yeah, smart.
We will get the party started with 2002's "Silence" by Swedish rock band The Blindside.
Perfect. No notes.
Nailed it. No notes. Thanks, Josh.
It's summertime here at CJN headquarters, aka the Murder Basement. I guess it's summer where you are too. We're not
Why
in
do you
different.
get to be the
Yeah, it's also
hemispheres.
yeah. Why do you get to be the headquarters?
Yeah.
That was
'Cause I
actually
was-
my first question.
Because I was the one that came up with the idea for this ad, and I just called dibs.
Oh,
I
so
called
it's
dibs.
conditional.
Yeah,
like on
yeah.
this ad, you're the headquarters,
Yeah.
but it might change
This is- yeah,
depending on who's kind of running the show. I see. Okay,
exactly. Well, guys,
fair enough. Proceed.
it's summer. Summer's a weird time at Church James
Yeah.
now. Would you or would you not agree?
Sure.
I like it.
Yeah,
Just in
I just
general,
mean
but-
like for our schedule, like we're busier. We're
That's
not
true.
we're not
That
doing the
is true.
show
Yes.
is I mean we're releasing the show consistently, but we're not recording and stuff.
Yeah, we're
as
having to
much
get
consistently.
creative with our scheduling. You're right.
But one thing that is consistent for us throughout the summer is listening to
Yep.
music, right? I'm saying that as the head of Church Jams now from headquarters.
From
That's
headquarters. Yeah.
the
You're
top
using
down
the
messaging.
royal we here.
Yeah. Which brings me to our favorite sponsor ever, colliderecords.com. Did you know they have a plethora of easy breezy summer listening releases?
Oh, like what?
So if you go to colliderecords.com and you search for summer, which is what I did, which was the idea I had for this advertisement.
That's great.
The
What
first
comes up?
the Summer EP by John Foreman
Of course.
on CD, which is awesome. We covered that.
Ah.
Summer of Darkness by Demon Hunter, which is a band we've not covered on Church
Great.
James now, but I feel like exists.
That's true.
Within
That
the
was a big.
CJN.
That was a big CD for me.
It was.
It is a band that
Yeah.
exists, Kylan. That's right.
They do.
No,
Yeah.
exists within the our oeuvre.
Our pantheon.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what I really want to talk
Definitely.
about, you guys know, I love a Charlie Brown album. I've already tried to shoehorn it into one other ad.
Boy,
I think
do
you've
ya.
done two already. Actually.
Well, guess what, guys?
Oh, brother.
They have-
We're rounding it out.
On CD and vinyl, on blue vinyl, and on just a standard black vinyl, it was a short summer Charlie Brown, which I'm not familiar with, but I'm gonna check it out because you guys know I'm a big Brown head. That's what we call ourselves within the fandom.
Is
That's what,
Is that the name?
the Schultzes call themselves.
I like that. I like the Schultzes.
Yeah, Schulte's is pretty good.
It does not feel like a short summer to me. It feels like I've lived in this summer for 100 years. But listen,
So maybe you need to listen to it.
I
to,
think
like,
so.
Help that.
Get some of that sweet Vince Guaraldi.
Yeah, you don't want to listen to Endless Summer because that's what it feels like. You want Short
Correct.
Summer.
I want It's a Short Summer, Charlie
Okay.
Brown.
Okay.
Along with a
Got it.
myriad of other easy breezy summer listening options. Only at colliderecords.com. And guess what, guys? You don't have to pay full price for all these amazing summer
What?
releases. If you use your fingers and type in promo code ChurchJams now at checkout, you'll get 20% off your first purchase.
Whoa.
You know, I
Yeah.
love those summer savings.
Summer's
Exactly.
too short, but you got to get those savings, you know?
That is correct. So once again, if you search for summer, or if you just want any other kind of music, they have tons of options at colliderecords.com. Type in promo code ChurchJams now at checkout for 20% off your first purchase. All right, back to the summer.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those ads as much as we enjoyed making them. I, of course, am still joined by Mr. TJ Smith, Mr. Josh Olson.
Hey, man, I'm coming back to life, baby.
All right. We're going to talk about Silence by the Blindside. Do we have any general thoughts before we dig into the album? Please.
I do. It's not about the album. It's about the band. We touched on this a little bit last time, and I just want to talk about it here. So I'm not just like talking about it on the first track with everything else, but it's essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about on the show that like we've had like a Mount Rushmore of like tooth and nail vocalists, and we've talked about like some candidates for it. Mr. Matt McDonald being
Right.
one of them. And I mean, I guess technically they were Solid State for a while, but I don't think when I think of Blindside, I don't think of that. But I would maybe put
Right.
just if we're talking about vocalists, just all of CJN. I mean, I feel like Christian might be up there. His vocals.
He's got to
we
be in
talked
the
about that,
conversation.
we talked about this
Yeah.
on the last record of like how much he carried and just like how great he is as a vocalist, and
Yeah.
that was only reiterated to me.
Well, then,
on
and then
listening
we,
to this
we
record.
even like recently talked about how he was wasted in the POD feature, and then
Yeah,
Yes.
we did.
I think part of that is because he's such a good vocalist.
Yes,
You're
so we
like,
wanted
so
to hear
great.
more
Like,
from
yeah,
him
like-
because he's so good.
That's all
Yes.
you let them do? Like, come on, man.
That was it?
Yeah.
Yep,
What a waste.
yep, it's true. So
All right,
just wanted to
all right.
just
Yeah,
set
no, that's
that
a good. That's a good.
because that
shout-out,
just
Josh.
applies to all the song, all the every note in my or all the songs in all my notes. Just like Christian's vocals are amazing, of course.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll talk about this as we cover other albums. But I saw them at the Door, I think twice, but definitely at least once. There was a show. I had to look it up because I couldn't remember who played with. But in 2007, I saw them at the Door, Dallas, with Edison Glass, which is also a
Oh,
wishlist
nice.
band
Yeah.
Ooh.
for me, which we haven't covered yet, right?
I know.
Like
We will.
have
We
not.
will.
we should get into that. But they opened for Blindside in 2007, and I remember them playing a lot of the Great Depression, obviously, but they did like dig into About a Burning Fire and Silence, and I want to say they played Pitiful. Anyway, it was a incredible show.
Sweet.
I don't think I mentioned that on the Great Depression episode that we did, so wanted
Nice.
to mention
That's
that
great.
here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, in terms of general thoughts, I do have what is I don't know. I don't know if I would call it a bombshell for longtime listeners of this show, but there is a potential bombshell about my reaction to this record, but I found a more like a better comedically timed place in the record to talk about it than right here. So I'm just gonna drop that little
Ooh,
nugget,
okay.
and then I'll
A little foreshadowing.
I'll bring it up later.
I can't wait.
Okay,
fun.
Let's catch a glimpse of track number 1, Caught a Glimpse.
Mr. Opening Track guy, how does this opening track hit you?
Okay, my notes aren't syncing. I said, okay.
Very Kermit of you.
Hi ho there.
Hi. Caught a glimpse, eh?
Yeah,
A glimpse.
it's
Hey, Picky, what do
okay.
you think of this one?
The tom tone is really nice.
Yeah.
This felt a
Yeah, the
little
drums sound good.
slow for an opening track, but after listening to the entire album, I'm like, it makes sense. Like, it feels very 2002, very like. I'm surprised no one has talked about, like we have a term for like post hardcore, right? But I feel like no one really talks about like post new metal, which is where this album, to me, it feels like it squarely falls into. It's like it's
But
taking.
it's interesting because new metal was happening at the same time. So it's not.
I
It's
guess,
like,
but it was kind of at the
is it
tail end.
post?
Like new
Or is
metal
it
to
like-
me, I'm thinking of like Korn, Limp Bizkit. I'm thinking very much like late '90s. It does bleed into the early 2000s.
I see.
But I feel like they're taking a lot of those elements and sort of like refining them in a new way. It is an elevation of that genre. I feel like
Yeah.
so much so that I would give it its own classification as like post new metal.
Yeah, because it has a lot of
Right.
elements, but it's not.
But it's kind of a,
just
yeah,
nu
it's
metal,
kind of it's kind of a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
And it's
did
kind
like
of a
the
mashup
song.
of like post-hardcore and this post-new metal thing, and
Right, exactly.
a handful of other things mixed in. So
Yeah,
they're kind of doing their own thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
What were you
Okay.
saying? You liked what?
Me, the toms, the tone on the toms.
Oh, oh, that was all. Okay.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
No, that was it. They were nice.
Okay.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, for me on this one, I remember my big complaint on the Great Depression was that I remember feeling pretty sparse and that there wasn't enough like other things happening in the music to kind of like give like ear candy or just like little like lead lines or anything like that. Like everything I remember was pretty like basic as far as like the instrumentation. But this one I feel like Simon does a great job of filling everything out, which is tough when you're a one guitarist band because he's having to do all the guitar parts, and he writes a lot of guitar parts that he's kind of like going low, so he's getting some like low rhythmic, like some beefy stuff, but then he's also doing like some higher stuff that kind of imitates like kind of like a lead line. I wouldn't call it a lead line, but it's like they're melodic and it's like it's not just a riff,
Yeah.
but he's using some cool melody and like putting some lines in there
Well, you know what?
that
this,
fills out a lot of
Right.
space.
This did bring up
Totally.
something because I remember talking a lot on the Great Depression about the fact that like they needed a lead guitarist, and it was really interesting now going back into their
To see what came before.
discography, and I feel like he does a much better job of filling out that space
Yeah.
than he did on that
and
record.
and it made
I
me
agree.
think, like, was that maybe like Howard, kind of like thinking through song structure and like arrangement maybe a little more,
Right. Yeah.
and
yeah.
helping them think through that, like
Maybe it was
as
a-
they're writing these songs, like
Yeah.
maybe
it was
he
a
helped them with that
producer
because
note. Yeah.
right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just a theory, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there were a lot fewer moments on this record where like I missed a lead guitarist than I did on
Right,
Mhm.
yeah,
Great
because
Depression.
he's holding it down, he's doing a really good job.
like he's
of
doing the
kind of-
low stuff and they're doing some like really tight drum, bass, and guitar are all doing these like really rhythmic moments and like and getting all these hits together. But then he's going up on the neck a little bit more
Mhm.
than I feel like he did later on.
I agree. Yeah, no, which made me think because I was like, I've listened to Blindside before and I never felt this way before. So then I was like curious to see when we went back to like stuff like this that he is kind of showing out a little bit more, and maybe just the style of the music helped kind of help him like kind of get around on the neck a little bit more and have more to do than maybe
Yeah.
just trying to strip things back a little bit more for the Great Depression. But
yeah, that's true. I was just gonna say the opening lyrics, like
yes, that's
I
exactly
love
what I was
that he
gonna
was
say.
like, oh really nice,
Yeah.
the audacity to kind of start with this idea of like the Hollywood empire strikes back, and this time I'm standing in their way. It's like it's the kind of thing that if an American rock band sang a song like that, it would feel a little like on the nose and like clunky. But for whatever reason, for me, it's like we talked about this a little bit last when we covered the Great Depression. But it's like their outsider perspective, kind of like makes it feel fresh or like unique or something, or it
Right.
could be just me being like, they're Swedish, cut them some slack, they don't know.
Right. Well, I had a lot of moments like
but
that
it works.
on
Like,
the
it's
record
cool.
as a
No, I
whole.
love it. I think it's cool.
I went back and forth. There are so many
Mhm.
moments on this record where I did that. I gave them the benefit of
Gave 'em
the
the old
Swedish doubt.
Swedish slack.
yeah. Gave them the old
Swedish slack.
in terms of like lyrics and vocal delivery. And then there
Right.
were other times on the record where I was like like that. Not exactly a Grammar
Doesn't quite
James
work
now,
for you.
but it's like that's not really the way you should say that.
No. No, because it's a second language, so
Right,
he's kind of
yeah.
like inventing his own syntax, and I think I actually always really enjoyed it because it made my brain flip a little bit, and I
Yeah,
just
it's
like
a fun take on
accepted
the language. Yeah.
his way of speaking. I was just like, okay, this is just a way of speaking, and I guess I
Right.
just think it's kind of interesting, and it helped my ears stay like really fresh and think about the language choices that he's making throughout the album, as opposed to kind of like just getting blasé about it and like
Right.
kind of
right.
shutting that part of my mind off, and just vibing. Like it kept me really engaged lyrically, even if it was because like his command of the English language isn't supreme.
Right, right.
It was also just like really interesting. I don't know, and I think he qualifies the Hollywood Empire Strikes Back thing. Like, if that was like a little silly, I feel like the end of that line works. The Beauty and the Beast is staring back or staring at my face. Still silent voice whispers, "Stay." It's a cool opening line on an album called Silence in the midst of like a really heavy, loud song.
Yeah.
To say the line, "A still silent voice whispers, stay." To start the album with that is like a cool,
Yeah, I'm introducing
premise.
this theme at the very beginning.
and in the middle of a bombastic song
Yeah.
to talk
Right.
about silence,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
starting out, especially considering where we end up. So I thought that was a pretty cool touch too, just as far as sequencing goes. I could see that being the reason they chose this as the opener. Maybe it wasn't like the energy necessarily, because kind of like you said, it's not fast.
Right.
And they could have chosen something a little more intense and in your face, but it's still like pretty big. And I could see the theme
Yeah.
having that
Thematically,
first
it makes
line of
sense.
silence, like
Yeah.
kind of, and the Empire striking back, like it's like, oh, okay, we're doing it. Coming out of their last album, this one I think was quite a big departure in a level up production wise. So I could see how that would be kind of an exciting choice for them too. Like they're like, we're back. The boys are back in town.
The boys are
Came
back
over
in
from
town.
Sweden. We're
They're-
crashing the Hollywood party.
Anything but pitiful.
That's right.
That is true.
Let's move on to track number 2, Pitiful, the most streamed song on the album.
And I think in their whole discography.
Okay, lyrically in the first verse,
Mm-hmm.
at one point, Christian says, "And I admit I was only waiting for the right time," and boy, did I relate to that lyric hard, because I admit
Yeah.
I was only waiting for the right time to tell y'all
Oh no.
that I messed up this week. So this has been on the schedule for a while, right? Josh, you have, I think this has been in at least 2 of our Monday meeting group chats, and you told us we are covering this album. Yet somehow in my brain last week, you said we're covering Silence by Blindside. I was like, okay, yeah, we're covering the big Blindside record. So I listened to About a Burning Fire
Of course you did.
about 5 times.
Of course you did.
I have full notes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm fully prepared if we ever want to talk
Let's
about
run it back next week, baby.
About a Burning Fire.
I mean, we do
Guys,
need to talk
guys,
about that one. So that's great.
until today.
Oh my goodness.
At
Oh,
about, at about 4 p.m., I was finalizing my notes, and I was like,
Oh
I'm
my
just going to look back through. I had to look for something else. And I was like, oh, fuck. We're not. Oh, no, it's a different Blindside album. So my notes may be a bit sparse because I've only listened to this record one time all the way through.
A panic listen at that too.
But I
That
am.
explains your general apology at the front of the episode.
Okay, all right.
Yep. And my reference to I found a more comedic place to drop my bomb. Yeah, longtime listeners of this show, like that should not be a bombshell. That should just be like, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I was most of today I was fully prepared to talk about a different record. So
All right, so Josh, we got
Yep.
some great guitar licks on the chorus. Am I
hey,
right?
but no,
Like,
hey, listen,
I brought that up
I still have
because-
notes. I still am
All right,
prepared.
let's
This song
hear
has
it, buddy. What do you got?
sweet bass.
Yeah, sure does.
Sweet bass, especially in the second verse. Get the bass and the kick going.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, his voice is so good on this song.
It is.
I think
It is.
I think
Yep.
he can front like any sort of rock band. I feel like he's got a really versatile rock voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No.
all I have. Sorry.
TJ, I fully agree. That was one of my notes. It's like the chorus is a great double attack between you have that catchy guitar hook and that great vocal melody on top, which is just
Yep.
makes it, I mean, pretty classic, I would say.
Yep.
There's a good reason why
Hooky
this
as
is
heck.
their good reason why this is their most popular song. My first note is 10 out of 10 no notes. I mean, I feel like this just
Yeah.
what else could you do to improve this song? It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's a banger.
It just hits.
Well, and especially like the fact that like the structure of it, the length of it, everything kind of works all kind of in Congress, and like the build that starts around 203, where it kind of starts out with that slow disco like, and then it goes to the kind of classic like drum build,
Mhm.
and then the hard stop with the guitar lick where it just like cuts, and then Christian's vocals just like unleash.
Dude,
Like talking about his vocal prowess, like that was a moment for him to just like
Yeah.
take center stage and just
Hot
own
take.
it.
Pretty
And he
good
does.
vocalist.
Yep.
Pretty good vocalist.
Pretty
I will
great
say
vocalist.
they-
Contentious.
They lean on this record, like they lean on the like full band stop, vocal
Yeah.
thing happens, and then full
Yes.
band comes back in like quite a bit on this record.
Quite a
When you
bit.
get, when you get
But-
Christian's vocals, you kind of why would you not?
Yeah, I'm never mad about it.
But
I
yeah,
think
no,
it
I
kinda
never
works every
hated
time.
it. I kind of loved it every single time. I'm like, yes, like
Yeah.
please
If it ain't
continue
broke, you know.
using this. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
does a lot of like he's singing the verse and then like his last line before going into a chorus is like his vocals soar up and I'm like, yeah, use that every time. I love it. Yeah.
Every time. Yep.
Yep.
That's true.
Exactly. We're also I didn't mention on the last one, but we kind of get I feel like the last song Caught a Glimpse has the most solo in quotes of the guitar parts on this record. This one we kind of get one. And I talked about this on other ones where I feel like when you don't have a super shreddy guitarist, because I don't think Simon is a shreddy guitarist, but
Right.
he writes very interesting parts that fill things out. And this is another one that like you don't have to shred to write interesting parts, and you still get the feeling of
Totally.
of like some guitar dexterity, and you're getting enough of that lead line
Yeah.
to make you feel like, okay, cool, like he's doing something cool here, and it works for the build.
Yep.
So that's like a common note throughout the record because he's not a shreddy guy, but he still writes very good parts.
Yeah. And he performs them well and with the rest of the band. And I would say this for all of them, like they're just a tight unit. And like this album proves that. I think the Great Depression also does, but like they for anything whatever they're lacking in the way of like a lead player,
right.
they make up for
their
it by being like a
rhythm
dynamic,
section is like
massive
on point.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even like, you know, the guitar and bass are like locked, and Christian understands where to show up and like move out of the way. Like they all really just work together pretty seamlessly. And that's not true for every band with a shreddy lead player. You know,
Right.
like they don't always have that kind of chemistry. So that's kind of what like I think of them having in their, you know, tool belt is like band chemistry, and it shows up.
Well, I think that allows when you don't have someone like that. Like I think I mentioned it on the POD episode, but I also like think it's very similar. Also, a 4-piece band to like classic Project 86 as well. I feel like because Randy's a similar way, and that allows Alex and Steven's parts to shine more, and then to them to be more of a unit instead of being like, wow, look at Randy, he's such a good guitarist, and the other guys are kind of just like, we're holding it down in the background.
Yeah,
everyone,
right.
it kind of lifts everyone up together, which is a really cool move.
Totally.
Yeah.
So great song.
True. Nobody's
No one's
sleepwalking.
favorite. No one. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably my favorite.
I was gonna guess this would be your favorite
Yeah, even before
I've
you
got
knew
a different guess.
I panicked
for Kylan.
Yeah.
But yeah, for Kylan, but that was based on him having actually listened to this album.
I
more
did
than
know. Listen, I
time,
did actually.
feverishly.
I listened to the record. I did listen to the record.
At the end, can you tell
I know.
us what your favorite song on About a Burning Fire is? At least I would like to know. I don't
If you
have
don't
any
want to
guesses on
spoil
that.
episode.
I mean, maybe it might change
Yeah.
by the time the next episode.
No,
comes
that's
out,
true.
but it's true.
It
Yeah.
will change. Yeah, sure. I'm so sorry. I do fully apologize.
I think this is a first in TJN that we've never had someone show up fully unprepared, which is
No,
good,
I'm
but
not.
we've
Listen,
had-
no. I'm about. To be fair, I'm about as prepared as I usually am.
Yeah, one maybe
I'm-
one listen, maybe more, and
I'm-
you'd be
I'm-
pretty up to
I'm just
snuff.
being a little more upfront about it.
That's respectable. That's not pitiful.
Cool of
Kylan.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
not sleepwalking through this, guys. I'm relatively prepared. So let's move on to track number 3, Sleepwalking.
Screaming like an alarm. Are you trying to wake me up? Now what's it you trying to pull? Listen, my
This is my favorite song.
It's a good song.
It's a great song.
All right, let's talk about it. Why is
It
it your
rules.
favorite?
Why is it my favorite? Well, I think I'm consistent. I think I always remember liking this song more than Pitiful, even like back in the day. This song,
Well, and it's a 1-2 punch, right? The
It
fact that it
is.
comes right after
Yeah,
Pitiful, and you're
just-
like, wait, this is maybe better.
yeah, you're like, this is Pitiful was the big song, and I like this song more. Like what? And it's right after
Yeah.
it. Like you guys can just churn them out here. I feel like this song just has a lot of it has some great parts. This song has very memorable verses, which to get into my notes, I think we lose a little bit of that as we get into the record. But this
100%.
one with
Yeah.
the guitars having like the not the harmonics, like I mean the artificial harmonics or whatever, like the muting or like the what is it?
Yeah.
He's hitting like the artificial harmonics kind of thing
Scream,
that makes it
chuggy,
yeah,
yeah.
that and then so you get that where it's like very uptight, and then Christian's vocals like could it be maybe, like that's so hooky, and that's the verse still.
And not to mention his little voice break on the you. Like it almost feels like a yodel vocalist or like a country, like the kind of thing a country singer would do, like the voice break. But he uses it so perfectly
yes
in the context of that verse that, like you said, Josh, is already so hooky, and that
Yes.
just like doubles it for me. I'm like, oh my god, it's even better because
yes
that makes me lean in. I'm like, what is he doing with his voice? It's insane, but it's so
Well,
cool.
Yes, and I felt the same thing. I mean, the big moment that really drives this home for me. I love the big sludgy halftime feel of the choruses, but my favorite moment, I think what really makes this my favorite song is at 2:58 when you have whenever just like it's like it's been building, then it just is huge, and you have those big driving hits when Christian screams goodbye, and
Goodbye.
then his
Oh,
voice
okay,
kind of starts
yes.
to break, but then he
Yes.
like reins it in.
Yes, that's
He
in my
pulls it
notes
back,
too.
yeah.
Yes.
That is my favorite part of this song.
Yes,
It's so good. That totally sells me on this song
Yeah,
because it goes from
a banger.
like the just
and musically it's already so cool, and then he
in the
screams that on
bridge
top,
like
and
he's just like living in that like he's like in Tom City, man.
Thompson.
And then it just like the goodbye is so good.
Yes.
not to mention what precedes it is this like cool, almost ACB ambling post-hardcore moment with the
Yes, yep.
guitar licks. Like it's like
It is very come now
ambling
sleep,
around.
yeah.
yeah, and then it explodes into that section that we're just talking about.
Yeah.
The song structure is great. It's very unique. Every
Man,
section
This
serves
might
a
be
purpose.
my favorite song too.
Come on. Sleepwalk with me, Kylan.
It's great.
That's your favorite Mike Burbidley
Come now,
special.
sleepwalk with me.
Oh.
Come now, sleepwalk with
nice.
me. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. I'll officially say this is my favorite song. That
Ooh.
goodbye part is so good.
It's so good.
Nice.
So good.
Yeah. No, I'm here for it.
I love it.
Also, I've got a misheard lyric that I
Ooh.
didn't have corrected for myself until this listen through last week.
Oh.
What is it?
It was I have for the entirety of my awareness of this album, I thought the line was, "Could it be maybe you saw me sleeping?" Not it's not me sleeping. I thought it was you saw me sleeping, which
Oh.
totally transforms the meaning, makes it a
Right.
lot less like Big Brother feeling.
Right. Less sinister.
Yeah, yeah, and kind of like I don't know, gives it this feeling of like almost like it could be even creepier actually because it could be like a body snatcher situation or like a being possessed like you're walking. It's not me sleeping anymore. You've taken my body over and like you're making my body walk. You're raising me up from my sleep, but that can be cool or it can be a little terrifying. Depends on how you interpret it, I guess.
True. Yeah.
But I was glad to be disabused of my false lyrics because I think it's a better lyric. We've talked on the show before about how we sometimes the misheard lyric we think is better.
Mm-hmm.
But the
This is
actual
not
lyric
one of those.
is better.
This is
in
one where you were
scenario.
happier to find
Yeah.
out. Oh, that's
Nice.
not what he says.
Correct.
Aw,
Nice.
that's cute.
Yeah,
I love that.
it was nice.
Yeah. It's not boring at all.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Let's move on to track number 4, Cute Boring Love.
I think so far the sequencing's pretty great. Like I know you,
I
Kyle,
would
you had
agree.
a little bit of
A
you
hiccup.
know, an issue with Caught a Glimpse, like not having the best like opening energy, but otherwise like Pitiful Sleepwalking and then into
so
this
far,
song.
Yeah, I'm into the vibe. It's like it needs to rev up a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay, lyrically, this song's a little right. Is that just me?
In what way?
no, I'm with you, but I would love to hear what you have to say about it.
I mean, it's very much like of the time. It's very much a like Josh Harris, I Kiss Dating Goodbye, purity culture
Right,
kind of thing.
right.
And I don't know, like I don't hate it because I do feel like it comes from a genuine place.
Totally.
I do hate it because I think ultimately the message is a little damaging, but I don't blame the band for that. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Right.
and there is enough of a disconnect with the like English as a second language thing where it can be
They
read
get some
as
Swedish slack.
like yeah, I am gonna cut him some Swedish slack on
Totally.
the messaging of this song. It's like I
Right.
think I get what you're going for. You're also just like what are we talking about? Territories? Like what do we
No, that's what I was like.
Yes.
What?
what are we
does that
doing
mean?
Yes.
here? I don't
That's
think
the
you're
I
main-
like,
do
that's
get
the
ever
main
so
sorta
sick
like
of our
moment.
territories.
Yeah, that's the moment I'm like, oh, he's an English as a second language guy. All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
got it.
But he just
And
like,
especially the cadence,
he keeps
that's
going
kind of
back
the big
to it.
thing for
yeah,
me.
Yeah,
because like it bugs the ever living hell out of me. He goes, "Don't you ever just like me?" Okay, cool cadence so far, right? Long for purity. Don't you ever get sick of our territories. It's like, dude, it makes me think of y'all know on Parks and Rec, John Ralphio.
Yeah.
Oh, and he
Ben
can like
Schwartz's
never
character.
end it
And he-
on the rhyme.
Yeah, he does these great like freestyle raps, but then like he always biffs it at
He
the end.
ends it, yeah.
That is what Christian did
right.
on
yeah.
this song. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, all you had to do was take out one word, get sick of our territories. You could shorten it, you could workshop it. There's 1,000 ways to fix this.
But there's
But he
something
didn't.
about
The Swedish slack.
Yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
he fully gets the Swedish slack for that. It's like,
Yep.
like, I think if he was like fully engaged with the English language and able to harness it for like what I think is the ethos behind this song, I could see
Right.
myself pulling a pillar like rant at this point in the show.
Yeah, you
where
really
I'm
let
just
him have it.
like,
Go for the
this
jugular.
is like inexcusable. It's like, but you know what? I'm gonna cut him some Swedish slack.
Swedish
I
slack.
think
Well,
he missed the
the
mark
thing is-
just enough that I'm just like, okay, all right, like yeah,
It's fine,
like,
yeah.
you.
And the thing is, he sort of makes it. He redeems himself a little bit for me because the second version of the chorus, "Don't you ever feel like glass, fragile, hurting, let it pass? Don't you think it's time to trespass?" Like that part works a little bit for me. Like
Yeah.
it kind of brings it back, and I'm like, all right, like I'm with you now. Like the cadence is better, the imagery is better. I kind of agree with the sentiment a little more.
right.
So it kind of like redeems him a little bit.
That's so funny because I'm like, I feel like I get I'm catching glimpses of a little bit of what Christians mean with the lyrics, but I don't have like any full on like this is what I believe he's saying. So it's funny because I'm like, oh, I don't even have any.
Right. Yeah. No. It's
I
just
don't really know what
it
I
makes
feel
it
about it either
vague
way
enough,
because it seems
like he
Yes.
can go under the radar of the like purity culture kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
like my hackles get raised a little bit when he refers to someone as sister. I'm like, this like feels a
Right.
little like patriarchal, condescending kind of.
I feel like you're putting a lot of that on there.
No, exactly. But that's what I'm saying though. Like
That's the thing, we can't know.
exactly.
Like,
but then it
what
goes
does
into
he
complete
mean
like
as he sings
complete
in English?
like gobbledygook again into like
Right.
talking about our territories. I'm like, what the
Yeah,
fuck are
I
you
don't
talking
know.
about? Like, I don't know. Okay,
Right.
fine.
Jumping
So
borders
Swedish
here.
slack.
Territories in Sweden, you know.
Yeah.
Something I don't have to give Swedish slack for is Simon's great bend at 132 going
Yes.
into the chorus.
Oh my God, I mentioned that too, Josh. And then it launches, like the stop and the bass slide. Like the bass slide's also like right after it too.
Uh-huh.
There's like a quick little moment, and then that bass slide happens again later, coming out of the bridge. So like, there's some cool guitar and bass moments happening throughout this song,
Yeah.
I agree.
which we struggled to find some of that on
I
the
know.
Great Depression. So it's interesting.
I-
that
my note
2
after
albums
that was-
before that.
This is what I wanted more of on the Great Depression.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It is interesting.
All right, guys. Moving on to ostensibly my favorite part of every CJN episode. Let's talk about the endings.
Wow.
With track number 5, the endings.
Think that I could ride this wave all the way through. You think that I could just stand here with nothing.
All right, y'all might be surprised to learn because this starts out as a very new metal song
Right.
that this is my favorite song on the album.
Really?
Interesting.
I was pretty shocked.
I would
am
love to
too.
know more.
Yeah. So like the arrhythmic chuggy guitars, the hyper syncopated vocal lines, like his whole, I don't know, like I picture him dancing around the stage like
Yeah,
a little less chaotic
Right.
than Aaron Weiss, but like similar because he does do that. It shifts, like it really departs from that place that I wasn't feeling, and then the rest of the song like really grabbed me.
Interesting.
There's like the weird
Okay.
phaser guitar filter. There's the transition from the ending of the verse into the chorus. He does the like screaming rephrase of the last line, "Sleep right next to your heartbeat forever." And the sentiment of this song just really landed for me. The idea that like all endings are like at the end, everything's all right. The endings are
Right.
all good.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
What if I could just reach inside, take a deeper breath, and it's all right? I love this idea of like we have this source of breath, life, safety, this like thing that's kind of beyond our ability to fathom, but it's still so near to us. It's at our side, and at the end of it all, like we're all going to be okay. Like it's kind of their "it is well with my soul" moment, I think. So I'm just left feeling really connected to that, and also they're just like a big bombastic dynamic
Yeah.
force on, especially at the end of this song. So the fact that they can utilize that and get a message across with heart kind of just made this one land for me in a way that some of the other songs didn't as much.
Interesting.
Like it worked on a musical and thematic level. But this song has never stood out to me until this listen through.
Hmm.
Like listening to it as a kid, it didn't really. It was cool, but it never like really landed that way. So
Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah.
I love that. Can I sort of reframe the things you're saying in a much less
Yeah.
articulate way?
Please. I don't know if I was articulate, but
No,
I talked a
no.
lot.
You were. You were. You could take everything you're saying about this and apply it to. So my big note on this song is this to me. It solidifies the whole like post new metal tag that I just want to put on this entire album. This to me
Yeah,
feels
right.
like the exact perfect stepping stone from
Yeah.
POD's Alive to Flyleaf's All Around Me. This song,
Oh.
like if you were
Huh.
to do like Venn diagram, like elements of Alive and elements of All Around Me, like
Huh.
this song is the connective tissue between that. Like they have a lot of those sort of new metal elements, specifically like in his delivery in some of this stuff.
Yeah.
But then in the
Right.
chorus too, like I really got a sense of the whole like I keep coming back to Flyleaf. Like there's that sense of sort of like anthemic stadium rock
Mm-hmm.
that they became really well known for, mixed with there's like some vestiges of some new metal over here, like on the side, like coming into the song. But
Side of Evanescence.
yeah, exactly. But I loved it. I thought the bass just held this song down hard.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, and the high harmonies on the chorus, like that, I assume is Christian just reaching, like, take a deeper breath and it's all right. Like he's just like so. I'm not doing it justice, but he's so high up there, and it's just really like ethereal and transcendent. I don't know what it is about it, but that vocal part mixed with his like chorus melody, it's really like. Do y'all have sections of songs or moments in songs where like you kind of almost like it's like an out of body kind of thing of like, whoa, how did they do that? Like it
Right.
kind of just
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
you somewhere that shocks you, kind of like pulls you out of your body almost. That's what that part of that song does to me. Because I'm like, how did you hear that harmony in the first place? And then also
Right.
like, how did you pull it off with such strength, so high in your voice, like in that part of your range?
Yeah.
Just kind of mind blowing.
yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay,
Does it?
Josh, as the keeper of the CJN lore, do you happen to know like this honestly at this point what we just finished track number 5 on a 13 track album. So we're not even done with side A. I can't remember a time when all three of us have given our favorite song
In the first half of the
verdicts
record.
this close to the beginning of the record.
Ooh, it has been a
Right?
while, it feels like. I have to think.
Like we're
I'd
not
have
even
to-
halfway through.
I know. I'd have to do some thinking on what it could, what the last one might have been. But yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we don't have anything else to talk about. This has been Church James Now.
This is it.
If you
yeah.
enjoyed this,
These are
we have
the
more
endings. Yeah,
nonsense
favorite part
like
of the
it.
show.
Yeah. We got nothing to hide. I
Yeah,
think.
that's right. Well, you can hide it. I have nothing to hide. Track number 6, you can hide it.
Just so for a while, listen in your eyes. I know you wanna put those shades on and walk on. Oh, well,
Simon's guitar parts in the verses are like right on the edge of like catchy and distracting to me. Like
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but they seem. I bet they're fun to play because I'm like, as a guitarist, this would be fun to do.
Oh yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
Oh, and is this the first instance of Christian's falsetto on this album? It's the first one that I really
Might be.
clocked.
I mean, again, those high harmonies I was talking about, those might have been in falsetto, but he was still just like giving them so much power.
Right.
I can't tell.
But in the
But
main
this is definitely like a
vocal-
prominent moment.
in the main
yeah,
vocal, he
for
actually
that
does like a
head
falsetto,
voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
which I'm here for, man. I like it.
Yeah.
God, yeah, he is such a good
That's pretty cool.
vocalist.
He is a great voice.
And the way that the beginning of the song that we were talking about with Simon's guitar part, like the way the drums kind of like it sort of almost feels like a round or like it's not. I don't think there's any like weird time signature, but the way that they're playing it, it feels like
No, it sounds like
the section like
poor
starts
man's
before
math
it's
rock,
supposed to
but
be.
it's
Yeah,
still
exactly.
4/4.
Poor man's
Yes,
math
exactly.
rock. I love that. Sorry, I was about to leave and I
Poor-
had to come back to comment on poor man's math rock. I think that's a perfect description of so much of this album, and not
Yeah.
in a disparaging way.
No, it's kind of just a new metal trope, right? Like a
Like
lot of
if
new
I was
metal
gonna do
is
math
like
rock,
not math
it's like-
rock.
I can't actually math, but it's like
Yeah,
it's like
but you
vibe
can make
guy,
it sound like your
vibe
math
guy
thing.
math rock. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just pick
Yeah.
weird accents. Like if I hit this, it sounds a little bit more technical.
Yeah, and like, if the drums start the beat over in the middle of the measure, even though in 2 bars they're gonna start back on the one where they should.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a couple bars where it sounds a little like off and up.
Yeah, it's enough
upbeat
to
as
feel
opposed
weird.
downbeat. But then he lands back, and it's like, oh no, we're just in 4.
Yeah.
Everything's normal. Gotcha.
You thought it was, but it's a little bit. Yep,
But it ain't.
it's not. It's not. No, it's interesting. I did mention on the last record. This is the part of the record where it kind of starts to, I feel like, dip a little bit for me. Where I feel like we're losing some of the first couple songs had really interesting stuff, like I mentioned, in Sleepwalking stuff going on in the verses. This is where I feel like we get. I mean, I mentioned Simon's guitar part here being like on that verge of what's going on. Like, is it cool? Is it a little distracting? But this is where
Right.
I'm like, I start to get. I really like the choruses and their bridges is where a lot of these songs, I think they still have really cool things and they like surprise me a lot in the bridges. But then like in the verses, then I'm starting to get like, okay, we're kind of just getting into like similar grooves or lulls, at least for
Yep.
me, for a couple of these
And even-
songs.
Some of the melodic lines and the chord progressions, like some of them feel akin to each other in a way that doesn't feel like wholly original each time you hear a new
Yeah,
blending
that-
into
that-
each other.
riff. You're like, oh, okay, that reminds me of that other one.
Ultimately, like, speaks to my big note on the whole album is like individually a lot of the songs I really like, but then like when you view it as a whole, it starts to get like pretty
There's a blur
samey.
effect. Yeah. There's a lot of energy on this song still, which I'm grateful for to be at song 6.
No, I definitely think we
and to
needed
still
some
have
energy.
like something kind of pushing things forward. Like that chorus is pretty huge, and Christian's still definitely showing up as a vocalist in a big way. Like we said, he kind of in a lot of ways he's the MVP, kind of carrying certain moments on this
Yeah.
album.
Agreed.
Well,
Those are my thoughts.
like flames.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's how I would describe it.
Ooh, hot.
Hot thoughts coming in on CJN.
That's a spoon album.
Thought like flames. Track number 7.
I hear you, so don't you
More like a thought like flames crushed my mind.
Ooh, nice.
He even says crushing in this, crushing yourself in the first verse. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Okay, can we talk about the crushing yourself
funny.
thing? Because okay, my big note on this song, the whisper, crushing yourself, is very whisper Toby Mac, right? Like every time I was
Yes,
just like,
I guess.
oh,
Boy,
this is
Whisper Toby.
this is so whisper Toby right here.
tell?
it is. Yeah.
Crushing yourself. I'm like, oh, that's so whisper
Supernatural
Toby.
era.
Yeah.
Whisper Toby.
Yeah.
This one was interesting for me because like a lot of times I like the way the chorus sounds, whether or not the lyrics really land with me, right? Like the endings was an exception to or like a standout track lyrically. So there's a lot of songs where the lyrics and the chorus are like good, but maybe they're not like really landing. This one was the opposite, where like the lyrics really landed, but the sound of the chorus is so
It's weird. Well,
System of a Down,
It is.
kind of like,
That's kind of why I
System of a
liked it.
Down.
Honestly.
Yeah,
maybe.
and I was
yeah.
like not feeling it.
because they do this
But
weird.
I love that. That is why you liked it, Josh. That's great.
because it makes me think of like that era in which I wasn't connecting to System of a Down, which I was a big fan of back in the day. So that would make
Well,
sense.
there you go.
To me, it all goes back to there's one weird like chromatic walk down in the chorus.
At
I
the
was
bridge?
I was like, is he going
No, it's in
to
every
something
chorus.
like a bar? Like I thought he was doing a little
Like-
chromatic stuff, but then I'm
Yeah.
like, this also
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
kind of normal-ish. But yeah,
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's in every chorus, and every time it throws me for a loop, and I could see that, and so like this entire conversation around this song, I feel like hinges upon how you feel about
Whether you like it
that-
or not.
That chromatic
Yeah,
walk
it's
down.
true. It's the thing is, it takes me to that place where like we talk about often on the podcast how I don't like the scary music.
Yeah,
This is the scary music. This
We're
is
on
yeah,
the
exactly.
verge of
It's
the
just
scary
starting to
like,
get-
oh, that makes
starting
me
to get
feel
scared.
uncomfortable.
yeah. I'm like no.
that's true. There is a connection there.
It's like somebody's got a pentagram somewhere, and I'm like, get me away from that. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it.
Yeah,
Somebody's
it's right there.
sacrificing goats.
Like it's like it's
and then
just
that
it's
last
one note.
big chord that
Yeah,
he hits too. I
yeah.
feel like that one's a
It's
weird
so
one.
weird.
I think it is,
Mhm.
but I liked
and
it.
and that instrumental bridge is like extra weird too, because I think
Yes.
that's another moment where it like drops into a different key and stays there for one rep of the like sorry you're not a god, and then it goes back up to the original, and he keeps singing as if it was all the same the whole time. Really bizarre, man.
Yeah. No, I really like the bridge where the bass is driving, and then Simon has some cool like delay oscillation thing going on. This is where I
That's
made
what
the
it
note of
is.
like there's really strong choruses and bridges on this
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you like that kind of thing.
If you like that kind of
No,
thing.
there's a lot of cool stuff on there. I do love that bridge. Like, it is just chaos and it's cool.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the best way. Yep. He does say the line "Sorry, but you're not God," which I'm wondering if this is going to be like a continuing theme he brings about on the record. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? I sure
In
as hell
time,
don't.
we might find out.
Yeah, well, we'll see if time will change your heart about that note, Josh. Track number 8, Time Will Change Your Heart.
This was gonna be my guess for Kylan's favorite song.
This
'cause
was
this
almost
is
my
Proto
favorite.
Yemkala.
It might have been. It was so
it is
close.
Proto
This is Proto
Yemkala.
Yemkala.
So
Yeah.
close. It what?
It's Proto Yemkala. Remember, like the like hardcore
real-
punk.
Yes.
Yeah.
song
Okay.
from-
Yes. Exactly. And that was exactly my note on it. I'm like, I want more of this, just like straightforward, like hardcore punk energy.
Yeah.
And then right here,
Yep.
at like
And
27
random
seconds,
2 bars
you're
of
like,
3.
Yeah.
oh
1, 2,
man, we're
3,
going
1,
back
2,
into like,
Dun 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 dun.
stop singing, man. Like just let the band rip. And
They're
just like
still
yell on top of it. Yeah, but they go into like we're in like a we're gonna do like
It's like a
groove
rock
now.
4, not like punk 2/4.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to it. But yeah.
Yeah, but like the punk rock like hardcore elements, I'm like, ooh, I want more of this.
Yeah.
Like I need more of this on the album. I do like that it's at this point in
I
the
like that
album.
it's track 8. Yeah, they're still like saving it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
and it's a killer drum performance. This whole song is just like so impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Like chef's kiss.
yeah.
Can we listen to the instrumental bridge that starts at 135?
Yes.
Because there's this really weird thing that happens when they go back into the chorus. Wait for it. So that fill is a bar of 5 for no
Right.
reason.
Okay,
that I can
okay,
surmise.
Okay, but also listen, one of the ones
It's
before
crazy.
that. What the hell is he doing on the ride cymbal right here?
He's doing a roll. It's like a paradiddle or like a flam. It's like he's doing some kind of like
On the
stick
bell.
roll.
Like, what are you doing?
On
Like,
the bell
what are
of the
y'all
ride.
doing on this
Yeah.
song? Ah,
Pretty
Well,
cool.
And
shoot.
with the
This may
whole
be my favorite
weird
song.
atonal bridge happening on the guitar, which I absolutely love. It's bordering on spooky, but I love.
Ah,
It's so
this
weird
is
in the
not
best
too
way.
spooky for me.
Okay.
I don't know why,
dang.
but for whatever
no,
reason,
because
this
it's
is
just
cool.
punk rock.
This works.
It's just straight up punk rock.
Yeah,
man.
it is. That's true.
Man, okay, this might be my favorite song.
Also, the fact that you said,
think it should be.
the bridge at a minute 35. Like, they're already in the
Yes,
bridge
exactly.
at a minute and a
Yeah,
half.
I know.
Yeah, no, it.
Another reason I thought Kyler would love it. Like, it
I
gets
think
in
it
and
just,
gets out, man.
I think those choruses are just like too commercial, like Chris Lord-Alge, Howard
We need a
Benson
hook, guys.
specific, like
Yeah.
pop rock kind of
Yeah.
thing. I'm like, just let it
That's
be a
fair.
fucking punk song, man.
But they're still good. The chorus is good.
No, it is
Like, you
good.
can't
It
argue
is.
with
It
that.
is. No, it is good.
But I get it. You just want.
But I
full-
just
Simon's
want a
still
punk.
like
I want a
Simon's still
hardcore
strumming
punk
like
song.
Yeah.
he's still
Yeah.
got big fast drums going on. So.
Yeah.
On the freaking ride cymbal, like, what are you doing right there?
Kylan, has time changed your heart to your favorite song from
yeah,
Sleepwalking?
yeah, this is my favorite song.
Oh, dang.
All
okay.
right.
All right,
Sorry,
TJ
Josh.
was right.
I'm sorry.
That's
I gotta.
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I win.
Yeah, no, it's
That-
totally.
that
it's
bridge is
totally
so
That
good.
bridge part. On the freaking ride, so like
This
what are
makes
you-
great podcasting, by the way.
No, I know. Hey,
All
listen,
of us just making weird sounds.
listen. We've been here for 5 years. People should know at this
I know.
point.
That's
You
true.
know,
I
it is
kind of
what
love
is.
it.
Well, not to paint with a broad brush, but we should paint on. To the
That's
next
what we're doing
song.
after this episode's over. We're gonna do our painting over Zoom that we had
Yeah.
scheduled before last
Dude,
time.
you know what? I
Yeah.
legitimately I've been doing a lot more painting lately
Good for you.
because Willow's doing a lot of painting for school.
It's so relaxing.
Yeah, I painted a pot yesterday. I put a worm on it because you know I like a
Nice.
little guy. All right, track number 9, painting. This one to me though, it feels like the high that the last song was. I was like, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, I mean the last one was just so like you would like another higher or like something to transition maybe.
Yeah,
This song
musically,
is
it's very
the
like
gateway
post-grunge.
song for all the. It's for all the POD fans that like decided they wanted to get into Blindside.
Yeah,
They saw Blindside on
But
tour
needed
and they're
help.
like, yeah,
right.
This is the gateway song.
interesting because this is my second favorite song on the record,
Well, we all know how much you love POD,
and I
so
love
this makes
POD.
sense.
So this is helping me get into Blindside. Yeah,
Right.
The verses are like a little too Nirvana for me. I do like I
see
like the
that,
chorus
yeah.
like
See
hook
that.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
the chorus is so catchy, and I like the kind of like Christian like has like the back and forth between himself.
Yeah. And I like
Yeah.
how
The
the
hard
screen kind of
panning.
like echoes like da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but these verses are just like "Dur, dur, dur," like it's very Nirvana to me.
Yeah, I do
Broody.
like
Yeah.
Christian's vocal melody in the verses. That's enough to kind of carry through the very phasery guitars and stuff. And then this
Yeah.
part, oh no, wait, what he does? Where does that leave you? Like soaring into the second chorus. So
Yeah.
good. We get another. How do you like your God now that He is you? Which from like I feel like that's a prevailing theme. But I also just love the big chord halftime feel, which I loved about Sleepwalking. So I'm also sensing the
Yeah.
theme in myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's like there's like a drum fill right in the middle of this course at 158 that I really like
Yeah.
too. Just right in the middle. You're like, what? Okay.
It's because he just felt like it.
And I
Yeah.
coincidentally felt like it as well after he did.
The hookiest part of this whole song is that like that sort of vocal like that BGV tag that's like, what if I let you fly out of here, would you still deny? And then it becomes the main vocal later. but I like the idea of them introducing it as like something kind of ethereal in the background,
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
panning
that is
between
cool.
the left
Yeah,
and right,
I hadn't thought
and
about
then they reintroduce it as like the main vocal line later. To
Oh,
me, that's
yeah.
the keyest part of the song. I think it's pretty
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I really like the "You'll See Colors Again" part in the chorus, but I also like that as a lyric too, of like as the reminder, like even if you're at this breaking point where it's more than you can take, like you'll see colors again, which is a really cool. I really like that sentiment.
Yeah, to hold on to hope, even if it
Yeah.
things feel
You'll see
dim.
colors again.
All right, guys. Well, we don't want to continue this podcast recording all the way until midnight.
No,
So let's move on to track number 10, Midnight.
Insane, insane, this world is running on walking with a cane. Seek, you could be a me, but what if you do? Don't let your inside out, but I gotta take a lead. And I know you're alive.
this is kind of where things started to blur a little bit for me. Like Josh, you mentioned that earlier, kind of happening. This was the point for me where I was like, oh, I like that they start out with like a little kind of pulsating energy with that like kind of simmering snare drum thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool. It injects some energy, but it's kind of like, oh, they're doing that thing. You know, it feels tropey a little bit, and it's kind of like, all right, we're only on track 10.
Right.
I was feeling my Kylan.
How far are we? Okay. We've been recording for 80 minutes. Am I allowed to say one gross thing right now?
I guess.
Sure.
I don't have
Hey,
to.
man,
No,
it's your
okay,
podcast
never
just
mind.
as much as it's
never
ours.
mind. Never mind.
I don't even. Maybe I do know what it could be about.
No, this is like the rock and roll equivalent of edging. Like I want the beat to
Yeah.
drop. Like this whole song is just like
Yeah.
it's like, okay, you get a couple snare rolls and then it just goes right back into the groove and you're just like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for like the big like halftime chorus. I'm ready like
Yeah.
like let's like
No, it's like the joke
something-
at the EDM clubs where like
yes,
they're like,
exactly.
"Let the
yeah,
beat
yeah.
drop," but
yeah,
it
you
never
wait for the
does.
beats to drop. Yeah. And it never does. And I keep waiting
Yeah.
for it on this song. And it drives me up the wall.
It felt like
Yep.
to me, with like some of the imagery in the song and like Midnight, the title, it felt like this song feels like walking the streets of Sweden on a winter night, because it's like it's cold, so you're
Ooh,
walking
yeah.
kind of fast, but you're not running. So like they don't,
Right.
you're not like full out like drop and running, but you're
I love
like
that.
trying to go quick because you're like, this is pretty cold here. So
Yeah.
that's what I
Making
got.
your way to the warmth.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
needed just like it's so funny because like this album, like it's almost like competing with itself, because at this point like I was already so over the like typical sort of like rock choruses, like this sort of like, okay, we're gonna go to halftime at this point. I was so over it. But then when this song didn't give me that, I got mad at the song. I was like, wait, no.
Wait,
You've trained me to expect
set a precedent.
like this.
you showed
Why
me
are we
your,
not
your
doing
hands.
this right now?
We're not doing the thing.
But I do love this weird, like fake mathy, like minus the bear kind of
Yes,
bridge.
It is
that
very
happens.
minus the bear.
It's super minus the bear.
Yes.
That with the hammer-ons and pull-offs on the guitar. That
Yep.
yeah,
And his vocals are cool over it too. Like it's a nice moment.
right.
Yep.
No, this song
In
is
a
so
song
good.
that
Blindside makes some
I
pretty
just-
good bridges.
isn't
I
quite-
gotta say.
Yeah, but this song, this
yeah,
entire
it's like,
song
it's
is
not
a
giving you
bridge.
what you want.
It.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But then it gives you a great bridge.
It's a bridge within a bridge. Within
Yeah.
A bridge. Okay, quickly, we
go
have
ahead.
a lyric to discuss, I think.
Okay.
That is, maybe, are we giving some Swedish slack here? Is this the right line? This is what I got online, but it says, I think it's in the first verse, but whatever you do, don't let your inside out. But I gotta take a leak, is what it.
Yeah,
that the-
that's
is
what
that-
I've got.
That's what it
Isn't
says
like-
on
it's like-
Spotify too.
Yeah, that's what I was like. It's like, maybe it means something
we go.
different in Sweden than. They say leap, maybe?
I want to believe that it's leap.
Leap
but I
makes
can't
more
find that
sense.
anywhere. Way more sense. I don't know, internet.
But
Did you
listen,
fail us?
listen. At this point in the show, like I think we have an obligation to our audience to find an answer to this. So we need to say definitively that it is leak, right?
Well, that is the rhyme with unique. It's seek, you can be unique. whatever
Right.
you do, don't let your inside out. But
Yeah.
I've got to take a leak. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I want it to be Leap, but I think you might be right.
There's no
have
scans
to
that
take
I
a
can
stand.
see of the lyrics
liner
either,
notes.
of the liner notes with the
Yeah.
booklet.
I couldn't even focus on that. I was just edged too hard by those snare rolls. I want a halftime breakdown at the end of every one of those snare rolls because the snare rolls
you
are
didn't get
so
it.
good. They're so good.
Yeah.
And then
It's
it just
true.
goes, it's like,
Well, it's funny too because the chorus does go to halftime, but it's so mellow.
but it's so
It's
chill.
like you're like at a speakeasy. It's so
Right.
so jazzy.
I may have something here.
Oh, what do you got?
Hold
What do
on.
you got?
Midnight. Say,
Research
check
in
it out.
real time.
but I've
I
got
love when this
to
happens.
take. It is leak.
It is leak?
It
I've got to
is
take a
leak
leak?
in the liner notes. But whatever
Jesus
you do, don't
Christ,
let your inside
Christian,
out.
what
But
are
I've
you
got to take a
doing,
leak.
man?
Maybe he's like leaking the. Well, that's still
No,
like,
no. Hold on. Hold on. You want to try that
leaking the
again?
inside out. I mean, that is still what is a common idiom. So that's what it is in the at least what the scan from the Australian version is what I believe I'm looking at. Australian, New Zealand. So that's the best I can find.
Interesting.
Wow.
All right.
There you have it, folks.
I'm a little worried for Christian in this case.
He's running home in the cold Swedish winter because
He's
he's got to
gotta
go to
take a
the
leak.
bathroom. He's
Okay,
gotta
maybe
get home.
is
He's
this
like, I
entire
gotta
song
piss.
about having to piss and it being cold outside?
Well, I
'Cause
know
you-
you're alive, and
'cause
you
you-
know I will always try
Right?
to take a pee if I need
Well,
to.
oh no,
I'll
hold
keep my
on. Because
human
there's also
spirit
the line,
alive.
come on over, I'll let you have a peek. Oh, inside my heart.
Good, important qualifier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Important
very
qualifier.
crucial bit of
After the
information
leak
there.
line.
My goodness. Yikes. This was not on my bingo card for this
No,
episode,
me
you guys.
either. But welcome
Well.
to Church Jams Now.
It's in the lyrics, so
I know, you're not wrong,
Oh
Josh.
man, yeah, okay. I was starting to fade, but I feel like I'm coming back to life.
oh yeah, this is the kind of
after
content that really brings you
after
back.
that leak conversation. Track number 11, coming back to life.
Small things, eyes closed, your eyes wide open. Something in the corner of everyone's side.
This is fine. Okay, we did talk about this before, but the band itself is so good at these
They're a
like
unit.
really tight moments. The
Locked in.
dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, like the guitar and the bass hitting those notes
Yep.
the same time the drum is hitting those notes, and then sort of letting either like the bass or the drums sort of like carry it.
Right.
But
Take it into the next section.
whole guitar, bass, drums section, like as a unit, like they do such a good job of having those like really quick, really tight moments.
And I'm glad I brought up that I got to catch them live a time or two, because I can confirm that they are just as tight live, and it is incredible.
Yeah.
Like they're
Oh, I'm sure.
they are just like locked and so huge. Like the energy is insane. They run around. Yeah, they're just like a really fun band to see live. And their animated like stage presence doesn't cause their musicianship to suffer for a second, which is
Nice.
just really
That's
impressive
good.
to me. But yeah, that's definitely being showcased on this one. I also will admit, like, I don't even think this song's like 3 minutes, but it felt really long.
Yeah,
And again,
I'm
I don't know
over
if
it.
that's just like
I'm
because
over it at this point.
that's where we're at.
I said
on
this
the-
song is nice
at the
that
point
it's
in the
sub
album.
3 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and this one didn't give me the bridge. I felt was okay. I didn't get a great bridge on this one that I was really excited
Right,
about.
right.
I was a little bummed.
They set a precedent for great bridges and
Yeah.
and even songs that are the whole song's a bridge. So they let us down on this one.
It did a little bit. I wasn't coming as back to
No,
life as
you're
I
not coming back to
hoped
life the way
be.
you wanted to.
I did
I'm
like the
falling
line.
again.
We are not synchronized. We are intellectualized. That's a good line. But yeah,
Yeah.
you are falling again.
I'm falling
Yeah.
again.
Well, if that last song, if she shut your eyes, maybe this next one will open them again. I don't know. I'll fix it in post. Track number 12, She Shut Your Eyes.
Shut your eyes, now you can take better luck next time. But I know you're about to die.
Yeah, guys, I'm I'm getting a little fatigued at this point.
No, you already played this song, Kylan. Do the
Oh
next
my God,
one.
did I really? Oh,
No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my
That was
God,
the point.
no.
Oh no! I realized the second it came out of my mouth, you were doing a
The
bit.
difference on this one
I'm
though
so
is
mad.
that the breakdown when it hits at 2 minutes goes
Is
so
really
hard.
good. Yeah,
It
it's true.
kind of like redeems the song for me because the conceit of the song is so simple, but it doesn't overstay its welcome and it gives you like a gnarly breakdown.
Oh, see, that was a really good snare roll.
Yeah, it was. There's some good snare rolls.
Ah, Josh, I'm still so mad at you. I
And it's quick,
It's quick.
but it's kind of great.
Blindside knows how to write a good bridge. And I gotta say,
is that
I
a
do gotta
wah
give.
on the guitar?
Hmm.
Like going from those low parts to those high parts.
I don't know what I would call.
There's
what I
something
think
going
it
on there.
is.
Like if you were to perform this live, right? Like knowing you're the sole guitarist in this band, how would you differentiate that part? I feel like a wah pedal makes the most sense, right?
Maybe a wah, or maybe like some kind of like an octave, like a pog or something like that. You could
Yeah.
add like
yeah.
some extra octaves or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could
yeah,
hear an octave
yeah,
in there,
yeah. Maybe
maybe.
not in the studio, but like live, that would be my approach, right?
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I will. I gotta give Marcus some
Which one's
credit to his
Marcus?
chops on here. The drummer. I did like
Okay.
this has some really good drums going on. Something I did notice that was kind of cool in the chorus because they repeat that whole chorus again. And then they change it up, so they do the regular whole chorus through, and then when they repeat it again, Christians repeat his like background vocals or whatever you call them. The sick of lying star is shining. They kind of have like a radio filter on them, which
yeah,
keeps
yeah.
the
I
energy
like that.
and the melody, but it makes it just different enough to where it feels like something new for your ear, which is a cool studio trick that I think is maybe if you have something like a longer chorus that you're going to, just doing something like that can make it feel like you're not just doing the same thing completely over again.
Yeah.
Just a little studio trick like that.
Yep. Little flavor crystals.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, it comes down to this. We're on to the last track.
Wait, but what's it called, Kylan?
My favorite Martin Scorsese movie, Silence. Track number 13.
Nice.
I don't know if
Andrew
it's actually
Garfield.
my favorite. It might be. It might be.
Won't see the fire you have lit inside of me. They look up to the stars and wonder where you might be. They look up without realizing they're standing in the palm of your hand.
Have you all seen Silence?
Which one's that one?
It's the one. It's the one about the
Is that
Jesuit priest Andrew Garfield.
It's Andrew Garfield. Okay. I can't
Yeah,
remember who's
like
in it, yeah.
2013.
No, I have not.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's so good.
It is
From
really good.
like any metric of filmmaking. Like I feel like it's often overlooked.
I mean, Martin
But-
Scorsese's had a few big films, I would say.
I
but
guess.
you know,
I
yeah,
mean,
Yeah.
we'll
I-
see if
I
he pops
suppose.
off one day. But
yeah, we're still waiting on him.
Yeah, he's trying.
Make his big
he's
hit.
doing his best.
no, but it's like everything Passion of the Christ was like trying to do, and even The Last Temptation of Christ, which Scorsese did. Like it was like everything he was trying to do with that, but like successful. And then people just like forgot about it.
Kind of sounds like those like metal panels that they use to make thunder. You know, for like Foley.
Yeah.
That's my guess, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I get that it's to like stress the silence of it all, but yeah, just having just the acoustic chords where it's just like the one hit, and he's maybe only hitting like 2 notes, maybe 3 notes at a time. Like they're not like big full chords or whatever. So I get that
No,
that's like playing
they're
into
very
the whole
sparse.
silence of it all, but like, and that's what they're communicating. But I was like, I would have liked maybe a little bit more going on, but obviously that's antithetical to the purpose of the song.
Right.
So, but it does make
Yep.
whenever he goes to the picking in the chorus a lot or when he goes, I really like that a lot because it opens
It's a big
things up
shift.
a lot. Yeah, yeah. So
Right.
it makes it
Yeah.
very effective.
My big gripe about this song in 2025 is just that the sort of early refrain or the structure of like the first section is it's just a little long. Like I want him, but I think, and maybe this is because I already know this song and I know that we're gonna get to the, so I think I'll stay caught up in silent prayer, which is the more like engaging melody
Mm-hmm.
and like the imagery is a little more compelling.
You just wanted them to
It could
get
be
to
a
that
complaint that I
sooner.
have. Yeah, because I want to get to that. And I'm just kind of like irritated that we're just like going on and on and on with this kind of like hallelujah refrain. Like it feels very Leonard Cohen, you know?
Oh,
Like it's like but we
man.
need to get to the chorus. We need to get to the thing.
I love
But he
that
makes us wait.
the more TJ engages with fatherhood, the more he sort of sides with my perspective in terms of
I
music.
become more and more impatient.
You're just like,
Let's get
all right,
there.
I got a
Let's get
bunch of
there,
other
guys.
shit
Get to
going
the
on.
thing.
Just
stuff to
give me
do.
what you're gonna give me.
Gotta get this kid down for a nap. Come on, man.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
I gotta go
You're
wash some
finally
bottles
starting to
and
get
then-
it.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yep.
No, it's true, man.
That's great.
But also just from a songwriting perspective, it's like you just made us listen to 12 songs and I get it. Like Silence, like okay, I get it. But like let's get there. Let's really
yeah.
I don't know. In like I want to be wrapped in the silence, but like you're making me wait to even do that. Because I like it. I like the premise of the song. I like the fact that it is finally like where we're landing
But don't bore us. Get
with
to the
this whole
chorus.
album. Yeah. But like I mean and to be fair, like I love the opening line, like it's common knowledge that you've been dead for a while. That's pretty brutal, man. But it definitely like grabs you as a listener and you're like, okay, like what are we talking about here? You know, is it like silence that the protagonist or the narrator is like reaching out for someone and they're receiving no answer? Or is it like embracing the silence because this benevolent love transcends language, and so we don't really need to,
Right.
whether we're speaking Swedish or English, it doesn't really matter what our command of the language is. We can give everybody some slack because love transcends language.
Yeah.
You know, like I think it's effective. It takes us somewhere cool. I just wanted it to happen a little faster.
Ooh, boy, do I get that.
That's fair.
But it's a
that's
cool
fair.
closing track.
No, it is.
All that
I
to
like
say,
it
it's
a
a
lot.
cool closing track.
I like it
Yeah.
a lot.
And I will say, I forgot to mention which one was it. It was Midnight. So Midnight was the second longest song on the record, and it was only 4 minutes and 12 seconds. So they have not been like,
Pretty good.
yeah, they've been pretty fast with a lot of their songs. You know, not
Yeah.
they could have
Just a
just
lot
had
of
some
them.
longer,
Too
just a
many
lot of songs.
songs.
Yes,
Yep.
but it was 2002 as well when you wanted a 13-track
Right.
record. If you didn't have one, you felt
Yeah.
a little slighted. You're like, hey, where are my extra songs, guys?
Right.
Yeah. Spend some money on this.
That's true. They were a little ahead of the guitar tapping craze, you know, of the later 2000s, the Annie McKee of it all.
Right.
Yeah, true.
but yeah.
Very August Rush.
Yes, that's probably that's what
Yes.
did it to everyone. That was the genesis.
Okay,
But
like I don't remember anything about that movie, but the one scene of the kid doing the guitar thing in the park, that's
Yeah.
like, is that just me or is that like a pretty big like millennial cultural touchstone?
Touch point. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's not good. Like I don't remember anything about the movie.
No.
I don't think it's a good movie. But I remember that, and
It
I
tells
do
a good story.
like I remember the Andy McGee thing, which happened like right before that.
Mm-hmm.
But there was something about like that scene like hit the mainstream.
And everyone was like, "You can
Yeah.
do that with a guitar?"
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Wow. It's percussive too.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. No, it was a big deal. All right.
Oh, I do just want to say my last note is that I do like that the guitar tapping switches to a heartbeat at the end of the song. Which
Yeah.
is like our
Yeah.
hearts are speaking the same word, which is a cool,
Same words. Yep.
cool message to end out on in the silence of it all.
That's true.
Right.
All right, gentlemen, we listened to, if you're playing the CGN drinking game, take a drink, ostensibly the biggest Blindside record. Not the one I was prepared to talk about tonight, but I think we made it happen. I still
think you've done a good job, Kylan.
I still prepared as much
Ladies
as
and gentlemen, this is what he can do on just one listen.
right.
You're seeing it here first.
We listened to Silence, and it's a big anniversary, right? This is coming out on the anniversary, so
Yeah, it's just like the 23rd anniversary, though. So
okay.
it's not as big as it could be.
Right.
Sorry.
So it's like you just graduated college. Like this album can't rent a car yet.
Yeah. You're
Still-
celebrating your second anniversary of being 21, you know? It's
There
like,
you go. Oh, I
yeah,
love that.
that's
I
it.
love that. So I want to hear from y'all. Final flop or bop predictions. Where do we land on this? Are we in a Great Depression? Do we feel
like a
something
thought has crushed our mind.
something about a burning fire? I don't know.
Yeah,
I-
with shivering hearts, we are waiting
Yes.
to hear what everyone says about this record.
What order should we do this in? Beautiful producer Josh.
Let's do TJ was birthday boy first. Let's do birthday boy last.
Ooh, I love that.
Me, Kyle, and TJ.
I love going in the middle.
All
guys.
right.
That's a perfect place to put you.
Okay.
So, my thoughts on About a Burning Fire. Let me tell you, I have many of them.
I'm so I'm genuinely so sorry. And if it was any other record, I wouldn't bring it up except that he had the lyric about
No, what I want you to do, Kylan,
The right time.
what I want
Yeah.
you to do, what you should
was
do
the right
whenever
time
we
to-
do About a Burning Fire is you should not re-listen, or you can re-listen to the record whenever we get ready to do it, but you can't change any notes at all.
okay.
You have to
I will
keep
change
those
no
notes.
notes.
You have to keep the same notes that
Okay,
you have.
I'm fine
Okay.
with that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, for me, so going into this record, had some fun nostalgia on definitely the first 4 songs. Honestly, were the ones that I remembered the most. After Cute Boring Love, I kind of was like, I don't think I remember anything past this point. So it was fun going into it. I was a little worried about. I know we just did the Satellite, and I know how much you love new metal, Kylan. So I was like, is this going to be too new metal, having this back-to-back with Kylan? I don't know. We'll see. But for me, there was... Blindside is also one of those bands like I definitely respect. I've never been a huge Blindside guy, but I like what they're doing, and I know they're pretty well beloved within the scene, and I think that what they've done is pretty cool. It's not always like the thing that I've reached for in my life. Listen through definitely did increase my respect for them, and I did find a lot more to enjoy. There were a couple songs, and it was mostly that dip in the middle between the endings to Thought Like Flames. But maybe honestly one of those, I feel like Coming Back to Life was also a pretty forgettable song, so maybe I could switch it for one of those. So there were like 3-ish songs in there that I kind of like got a little lost on. We're doing the same stuff, but almost every time they were able to come through with a very memorable chorus and a bridge, which was pretty impressive. So with that, that's still enough to land it into bop territory for me. I still enjoyed listening to this record, and I am glad that I'm more familiar with it now since it's such a staple within the scene.
Yeah.
Which I'm maybe finally righting that wrong a little bit more. It's not too late, but yeah. So that's where I'll land.
Yeah. Oh, see what a difference it makes when you flop an album from a band early on, and then you don't cover that band for a long time. I feel like you're in the same boat I was in with Me Without You.
I think we all bopped Great Depression.
Oh, did I bop it? Oh,
I
great.
think we may have.
I probably did because TJ was in the room with me.
We probably didn't want to.
I feel like I couldn't.
We probably,
flop
and it was a wish list record. You can't flop a wish list
That's
record
true.
for him, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. Wait, I feel like you guys have flopped most of my wish list records. At least TJ has.
I don't know. We'd have to go to those pivot tables.
I'm fairly certain TJ has flopped most if not all of my wish list records.
At least one.
Yeah.
So do you flop or bop about a burning? I mean, Silence, Kylie.
Okay. Listen. It was an interesting experiment, right?
Yeah.
to have notes fully prepared for another album, because since we've started this show, there are a couple of albums I just have not listened to until I know that we're going to cover them on the show. Blindside as a whole has been part of that. So About a Burning Fire was the one directly after Silence, right? This was 2002. About a
correct.
Burning Fire was 2004.
2004.
That's like a completely different band. So when I
Pretty different.
first like recognized my mistake and I started listening to Silence, I was like, oh man, like we just covered Satellite. I'm like, I'm new metaled out. I'm like, I'm so over it. I was fully prepared to flop this album. But then I was able to sort of like recontextualize. I'm going to bring it up again. Post new metal, I think, is a real genre. I think I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to really dig into other bands I would put in this space. But I think like early 2000s, not quite metalcore, not quite that like emo pop rock kind of thing. Like I would put this record like on the same level as like maybe the self-titled like 3 Days Grace.
I feel like I'm thinking for post new metal, it's like there's a line where post, maybe like you have new metal, you have post new metal, but then it like does that turn into butt rock?
Right,
later?
yeah,
Like, so
exactly.
it's like
like there are
you're
those
still
bands
before
that
you've
are on
gotten
the
to butt
line.
rock.
Right, like you're not quite Breaking Benjamin,
Yeah.
but you're not quite Limp Bizkit, right? And like Blindside like sits on that line just like
Which is-
perfectly.
It's not a very complimentary place to put them
No, I
on
know,
those sides.
yeah,
I'm
and that's the
sorry.
thing.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
This,
But
this like there's like a missing layer to this whole
they're-
thing because
yeah,
like
they're
Christian
on a different. They're higher above all of that.
yeah, exactly.
as a writer and a
doesn't-
vocalist is
Yes.
nowhere near
No, I
either
can't
of those
put
bands.
them on. That.
But I get-
No,
Like, I
exactly.
can't put them on that
yeah,
lane.
yeah. I'm just
Yes.
I'm having a hard time in the moment like pulling up other examples that are maybe on this level. Like I do think Blindside is probably at the top of that pyramid, right? Like at the very top in terms of like skill level as a band.
Yeah.
Like they're riding that line of new metal, like alternative rock, like early 2000s
Post-hardcore.
alternative rock with
Yeah.
some post-hardcore stuff. But they're obviously like incredibly influential to
Yeah.
a lot of those like later bands.
And like I don't know if I said this in the Great Depression episode at all, but like I also feel like they were taking some pages out of Refused's book
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
for
So
sure,
that's
for sure.
another part of the
Yes,
conversation.
okay,
And
no.
they were outliers in their scene
Refused is
and
like-
front runners.
Yes. Yes. I would put Blindside on the same level as Refused.
I'm good with
Right.
that. Yeah, that's more in line. Than
Yeah,
Limp
exactly. I'm
Bizkit
sorry
and
for the 3 Days Grace
or
of it all.
Breaking Benjamin.
Yes, they're much more on the same page as Refused. I enjoyed this more than I thought I would. It was a little too long,
Yeah.
but overall, I think I had enough fun moments. There was enough, like, it was before the sort of like Howard Benson thing got a little too much, a little too like by the book.
Right.
There was enough experimentation. I think I enjoyed this more than the Great Depression because I think I think it all comes down to the guitar was doing more interesting work.
Did y'all notice the lack of like the like electronic and like dance breaks? Because I did, because that's part of why I love the Great Depression is they fused another layer onto their sound that we've already agreed
Right.
is a little
Yeah.
bit of like
Yeah.
a mishmash, and like they're genre pioneers. They did it again with the Great Depression with some of that
Yeah,
like kind of
no,
weird Euro
this-
electronic
this
dance
makes
stuff,
me
and I liked that. So like
Wanna
maybe
listen
you
to
don't.
that again.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe
Yeah.
you don't want that in your Blindside soup. You know, like
No,
if
I
they've
think
got
I
like
do.
all the ingredients.
I think it makes me
Maybe that's not-
appreciate the Great Depression even more, and I want to go back and
Okay.
listen to it. So you know what? Fine, it's a bop. It's a bop.
It makes you want to listen to the band more. I feel like that's
Yeah,
probably
exactly,
a
exactly.
That's a
bop
good reason to bop
indicator.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's
I don't
proof.
have anything more concrete except that like I enjoyed this more than I anticipated, and it makes me want to listen to the band more. Specifically, their next album, About a Burning Fire.
I wonder if you all have some thoughts on that one.
I'm not familiar
Yeah.
with that one. Are you?
you? Okay, bop for me. TJ, what about you?
Man, it's pretty cut and dry. I predicted a soft bop. I'm gonna give it a hearty classic CJN bop.
Ooh.
Wow, we're just going
I-
like back. Like I feel like we're real like meat and potatoes this episode. We're going back to
Yeah.
like we don't need all these qualifiers. We're just like
It's
real
the Swedish
binary.
slack. We're giving them some Swedish
We're
slack.
giving
Yeah.
them some Swedish slack.
You
doing
know,
just,
it's
like,
cute,
real
but it ain't boring, and I love it.
Meat and potatoes.
So
Flops and bops.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
right. Yeah, no, it's just it's great. I definitely, like I said, was least familiar with this one. I'm not counting the one before this because I don't know that one at all.
I don't know their
to be
first
honest.
two
I think I've
records
probably
at
heard
all.
it. Yeah, I don't, and the other one before that I don't know for sure. But anyway, this one was the one I was familiar with least, but still slightly familiar with, and I was surprised at how much I was able to pull out of it that I liked enough to give it like a party bop instead of just like a kind of like begrudging soft bop.
Cool.
It really,
All right.
yeah, it really worked for me.
Triple bop.
And it's exciting to consider that we will eventually talk about a certain album about a fire. And
I'm
another
prepared,
one
guys.
that
I'm
came out
so
later
ready. Let's talk about it.
that Josh knows well. That Kylan, you don't know Which Living Hearts We Wait, right?
Oh yeah, no, I don't know that one at all.
So Josh and I know that one. So that'll be a fun, like, new
Okay.
dynamic as well. So
Guys, at this point, okay, we're recording this in August. We're over halfway through the year. What other triple bops have we given? Josh, do you know? I don't
you
even know.
forced our POD hand. So there was that.
There hasn't been a lot, honestly. I'd have to look at what we've done to see.
I don't
'cause,
even
yeah,
know what we've covered. What are we even doing on this show? I have no idea.
Honestly, have not been a lot of triple bops. I think
Yeah.
Emotion was a triple bop.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was this year?
That was this year. It was
been a long
20th.
year.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we haven't had a lot, honestly. TBH.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, if you enjoyed this, I guarantee you we have much, much more nonsense like it at our Patreon at patreon.com/churchgamesnowpodcast. And of course, from all of us here, coming in from CJN headquarters, may all your favorite bands stay together and
No one
peace
called
out,
it.
Monfreres. Yeah, I called it this episode. Sorry, right at the
Right
end.
at the end.
Bye. All right.
Just started
When are
cutting
we
out
starting
at the
our
literal last
our-
second?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that was funny.
when are we doing our painting right after this, guys? Okay.
Yep.
Go get your easel, man.